Hi everyone, it's Stephanie here with a video for My Favorite Things. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a card with the new Snowflake Sparkle card kit. This is the September kit and it is definitely a new favorite of mine. I absolutely love all of the great components that come in this month's kit. You get a ton of stuff, including a couple of stamp sets. You get 2 different die sets, and you get cardstock, inks, and sparkle paper. So it is an amazing kit. So what I want to be doing today is create a card using the Simply Snowflakes stamp set with the coordinating dies. So you can see here you get this great stamp set on a 4x8 inch sheet, and it has coordinating dies to be able to cut out all those nice, large, beautiful snowflakes. And what I did is I took the 3 different glitter color papers, so there's silver, a green, and a blue, and I just cut them in half so that they would fit through my die cut machine. And I took the entire grouping of the snowflake dies and I ran it through with the glitter paper all at once and cut out a ton of snowflakes. Now this is the second stamp set that comes in the kit. This is called Snowfall of Blessings, and it's a great sentiment set. And I picked out a sentiment that I want to pair with the snowflakes on this card design. And now I'm also going to pick out the Blue Breeze ink. You get all 4 of these ink pads in this card kit this month, and they blend and work so nicely together to create some really nice card images. So what I did is I cut out a panel of smooth white cardstock with a stitched rectangle die from one of my blueprint sets, and I'm just taking an ink blending tool and the Blue Breeze ink, and I'm very lightly going around the edges of this panel. I don't want the whole panel to be blue. I want to have like a nice white center, but I do want the outside edges to kind of be blue, just to kind of give it like a frosty, wintry look. So I just thought it would add a little bit more to the panel rather than leaving it completely white. Now I wanted to do my sentiment before I put any of the snowflakes onto the card, just so that I have everything spaced perfectly. So I'm using my Misty stamping tool, and I just kind of ran the palm of my hand over top of the stamped area just so that I can get a nice stamped image, especially because it's a new stamp. And now I'm taking the cornflower ink, this also comes in the kit, and I'm completely covering the stamp with this ink so that I can stamp the sentiment in blue. I just really wanted to have like all blues and greens and the silver on this card, and I didn't want to have any like dark black or anything like that. So I decided to stay with the blue colors. So I stamped it once, and then I decided to go ahead and stamp it a second time, which is really easy to do if you're using a Misty. And that just gave me a really nice dark bold sentiment to work on. So now that I have the sentiment done and I have the panel, the inking is done on the edges, I'm just going to kind of go through all these die cut snowflakes that I've cut out and figure out where I want to position them on the card. Now the great thing about these snowflake dies is that you can use them on their own. So right now you can see it's just the snowflake dies, there's no stamping yet, and they look beautiful just by themselves. So I love the intricate detail of these dies that allows you to use them on their own, or they work great to cut out the actual stamped images if you prefer that. So I'm just kind of moving stuff around, and I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to put them and deciding what colors I want to use. And now I have a ton of extra snowflakes that I'm going to definitely use on different projects. So I'm just going to put those aside once I have this figured out and I know the 5 snowflakes that I want to use on the design. So this looks great just as it is. The snowflakes look really nice in the design that I've created, but I decided for this card I want to kick it up a notch and I want to add some clear emboss detail to the snowflakes. So I played around with the glitter paper about a month or 2 ago and tried out embossing on it, and it actually embosses really well. So I decided to take the coordinating stamps and stamp directly onto the glitter snowflakes with Versamark ink. Versamark is just a clear sticky ink that allows you to use embossing powder. So I'm going to stamp all of the coordinating snowflake images onto the background areas, which is the glitter paper. And then I'm going to completely coat these in clear embossing powder, and then I'm going to heat emboss them. And it's not going to make a huge, like, you're not going to see it and it's going to be, really stand out and really bold on the snowflakes, but it is going to create the snowflake design, and it's going to give it a shiny, clear, raised effect. And rather than just have like a straight stamped image, you'll have that nice embossed detail, but you're also going to have the great glitter showing through the embossing powder underneath, as well as around the outside edges of that snowflake, because it's not completely embossing the entire thing. So you can see here as I'm embossing, you can see where it's getting darker, and that's just getting it shiny and setting that embossing powder. So now rather than just having the plain glitter snowflake, I have the stamp detail on the snowflake as well. It's nice and subtle, but you have that awesome, clear, shiny, raised area on the center with the glitter around it. So I just think it looks so beautiful and so elegant, and it's just a fun way to kind of step up these glitter snowflakes and make them look even more detailed on your card. And because the stamps are clear, it's super easy to die cut the snowflakes first from the glitter paper, and then to line up the stamped images directly on top to be able to stamp them on there. So I'm just going to jump ahead now to the two larger ones that have the same design, and I'm going to repeat the same process that I did with the two smaller snowflakes. I just got the coordinating stamp set and put it on my acrylic block, and I stamped it directly onto this glitter snowflake there. And then you can see as I heat embossed it, you get the nice raised shiny image on top of the snowflake. So I have all of the snowflakes heat embossed now, so you can see all that great detail on the different snowflakes. So now it's time to adhere them onto the card design. Now I already pre-positioned everything where I wanted it before I started the embossing. So as I embossed each of the snowflakes, I just kind of put them back down onto the panel where I had picked it up from so I wouldn't forget how I had designed the card. And now I'm just using a liquid glue pen to add adhesive to the back of the snowflakes, and then I'm adhering them onto this panel. And then once I had them all adhered to the panel, I just went ahead and flipped that over and used my scissors to cut off the excess pieces of the snowflakes. And then I added the whole panel to a cornflower card base that I had created with one of the cardstocks from the kit. I just created a top folding 5.5 by 4.25 inch card base. And then I took the little cluster of dots, it's a little stamp that comes in the stamp set, and I stamped around all of the snowflakes with the green ink just to add a little bit more detail. And now I have a light shining on the snowflakes so you can see the great glitter and shine you get from that awesome glitter paper. And that also is going to bring us to the giveaway for this week. So if you want to win a Snowflake Sparkle card kit, please leave a comment down below and we will announce a winner next week for that kit. And please make sure to check the description box down below for the winner of last week's MFTV giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.